The Talking Cheeseheads on cheeseheadtalk.com.
Well, Minnie and Packer Nation may be dreading Sunday's game against the Eagles because they don't know what's going to happen. Seneca Wallace, the Packer offense, will they be able to do anything? How about that Packer defense that got shredded against the Bears on Monday night? Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffries, everybody. Forte, 9-minute drive to end the game. Where was Dom Capers? Where was the blitz? What was happening? I look at it with some excitement, an opportunity. Look, the Packers spent the entire offseason dealing with the physicality question, dealing with saying we're going to run the football. What have they done? They've gotten more physical and they've run the football. They had a bad night Monday night. They got flustered a lot when Aaron Rodgers went out of the game. Monday night against the Bears, who, by the way, still suck. Just had to get that in there. Monday night is not the proving ground for whether or not their plan this offseason worked. Not only to enhance the game, obviously, when Aaron Rodgers is in there and give themselves a better chance in the playoffs, but also to survive without Aaron Rodgers. I mean, if this injury had happened last year in the same scenario, I would be readily saying they're going to go 0-4 because they can't defend anything and they can't, run the ball. And what are you going to do? But now they have a serious threat in Eddie Lacy and James Starks, by the way. And we'll see if they mix in Jonathan Franklin like they've been saying they're going to do. And you also have a defense which had a bad night against the Bears. Bears deserve some credit for that, even though they still suck. Again, had to get it in there. But the Eagles' offense not as physical, at least. They were good last week, but not as physical. So the question is, can Dom Capers' defense recover and play much more like they did against mediocre competition up until the Bears game Monday night? Because what do they have the next 3 weeks? Mediocre competition. Philly at home, at the Giants, Vikings at home. That's what they're going to have to do. That's the big question. Should they blitz more? Probably not. Did they have to blitz more against Cleveland or blitz more against Baltimore or Minnesota? Not really. Can they? This is going to be a team effort. This is why I'm excited to see how the Packers come out and play. Is it going to be pretty? I doubt it. But you give the coaching staff a short week, but a week to prepare. You get an offense centered around a game plan with Seneca Wallace at quarterback. This is where we get to see how much depth the Packers really have. We've seen it already with some of the injuries, but now we really see it. Now that the scenario that everybody dreaded, it's been 23 years since we've had this, and we're not even sure we're having it now. We think maybe 4 weeks for Aaron Rodgers, but there's been no timetable set. Maybe it's only a week. Who knows? But most likely more than a week because it's a fracture of the collarbone. So now we get to see. To me, I get excited about that. Now, if we'll talk on Monday. If the Eagles come out and kick the Packers all over the field, maybe I'm not so excited about it. But here's a chance to prove it once and for all that you did a good job in the offseason. We'll see if Ted Thompson, Mike McCarthy, and company can get the job done.
The Talking Cheeseheads on cheeseheadtalk.com.